Hello, I'm Tenchi. Today we'll be reacting to Fujikura Uruka from Face Connect. She is a blue bear that likes to play violin. Today we'll be reacting to her cooking tips. Let's begin.
That was the correct amount of garlic on that meat. I chopped up garlic and
Okay, let's see what we have here. So, looks like garlic. It's like a small dice. Lettuce. So is that cabbage? I think it's cabbage. And meat. Okay. And it looks like rice at the bottom.
green onions, but I only put the white part of the green onions. How do we know it was you who cooked that? I'll tell you how I cooked it. Exactly how I cooked it, okay? I got a bowl. I dumped some amount of sesame oil in.
So sesame oil is very, very strong. So a little bit goes a long way. Like a drizzle is enough for like an entire dish. Like a small drizzle, not like, yeah, you know what I mean.
I didn't measure anything because I was like, that looks about right. I
Fair
put
enough.
a bunch of sesame oil in the bowl. Then I chopped up some green onion. Now I've never actually diced green onions before. I don't know how to dice things. So I just cut them up.
So to cut up green onions is very simple. You just separate the white part from the dark part, and then you just cut down and make little circles. Something like this, I guess. Yeah, something like this. But instead you separate the whites from the greens. She mentioned earlier that you put in the whites first. That actually that is a pretty good tip because the white parts of the green onion can take a lot more bruising than the lot softer green parts. So if you want to throw it in, that's optional, or if you want to keep it as garnish and add everything in, that's fine as well. Okay.
I left the file on the cutting board and I just slammed my knife into it repeatedly. I don't
What
know
the
how you're supposed
fuck?
to properly dice things, but that's
What the fuck? I guess if it works, it works.
how I did it. That's how I cut the garlic too. I also learned how to open garlic today. I learned how to open garlic. I also learned that green onions also make you cry. I didn't know that until I cried. It did actually look good. Right? Slammed your knife into the cutting board.
Okay, so yeah, opening garlic, very simple. I'm probably going to have a video on I'm gonna have a video in the works that's like teaching you how to dice an onion and like chop up garlic properly. Yeah, look up for that.
Yeah, I don't know how to like dice things into little tiny pieces, and like you can't put your hand at it, because otherwise you might cut your hand. Did you cut through the green onion seed?
What?
That's a lie, right? You're baiting me. There's no seeds in green onions. There's no seeds in green onions. Stop baiting me, Chachi.
Oh
Stop it.
shit.
You're supposed to cut them into equal pieces. So
Yeah, my bad, guys. I didn't switch the binds for my buttons. Let's get back.
they cook better generally. Well, I kind of didn't end up cooking them at all, cause okay, let me continue walking through. I cut up the green onions and the garlic. I put that into the sesame oil, and then what did I do after?
So there are two kinds of sesame oil. There is the cooking kind, and there is the kind that you add at the very end. Make sure you don't add the one that's used to add to the very end, because that one can burn really quickly and can make your house smell really bad. I forgot which cooking oil is which sesame oil is which, but yeah, there's two different kinds.
Oh yeah, I squeezed some lemon inside. I think I might have squeezed a little too much. Squeezed some lemon inside, and then I put
Okay, add some
salt and
acidity.
pepper, and I mixed it. Okay, and my thought process was, so I got beef tongue. My
Okay.
thought process was, I'll put the beef tongue on the pan, and then while it's cooking on the pan, I can put my mixture onto the beef tongue. Well, it turns out it cooked way too fast.
Um, just depending on how thick the meat is. Well, how thick the meat is the cooking time. Uh, yeah, beef tongue is also very underrated. Like, I don't see why people use it more. Just because it looks like a tentacle does not make it any less delicious. Uh, if you never had it, it's kind of it's very tender and has like a light. I wouldn't say chew. It's kind of a chew, but like not real. It's just very tender meat, and it tastes a little fatty. I don't know if it has fat, but it tastes fatty. Highly recommend.
It cooked way too fast. So I just cooked the beef tongue, I put it in my bowl, and then I put the sauce on top. It cooked too fast. How would you know? You ever cut a green onion before? I have actually. I have cut green onion before. Yes. Yes, I have. You don't really need to cook green onions. It's a matter if you can eat it or not. Well, yeah, like you don't technically need to cook. Do you need to cook garlic? I don't know.
So cooking garlic is optional, sort of. But one thing you should keep in mind is that the more you chop up the garlic, the more potent it is. The more potent and stronger the flavor of the garlic is going to be. But also, when you cook fresh garlic, make sure it's not the first thing in the pan unless you're cooking on a lower heat, because garlic, if cut up too small, can burn really easily. Yeah, but yes, Uruka, you can cook it and you cannot cook it. It's really up to personal preference.
But I'm pretty sure they were all fine to eat uncooked. It tasted fine. It tasted good. The meat was a little chewy, but I don't think that was my problem.
Yeah, beef tongue is kind of chewy. Actually, yeah, beef tongue is kind of chewy, kind of. I don't know. I actually only had beef tongue in like very select few dishes, mostly in like tacos and stuff. So probably not the best person to talk about cooking beef tongue because I've never done it before and never had it in any other occasion besides tacos.
I don't think there's anything I could have done. I don't really know though. It tasted good though. It tasted good. Other than the fact that the meat was a little chewy.
If it tastes good, it tastes good.
And I am proud. With as thin as it is, any meat will cook super fast. See, I wasn't really thinking that far ahead. I didn't really think that.
Oh, it was cut thin. So how thin? Like, is it like cut like a like hot pot, or is it like a thicker piece of meat? Either way, maybe like 2 minutes on the pan at most, depending on how thin it is. The only way you can know for sure is to use a meat thermometer and check the temperature. Off the top of my head, I don't really know when beef tongue is cooked, but for steak and beef, it's usually between 135, I think, for medium rare, and like 165 for it to be well done. But I could be wrong. Need to double check that in editing. I'll probably put it up there somewhere.
Far ahead. Garlic has a lot of antioxidants if you eat it raw. Con, raw garlic is spicy. See, the thing is, I didn't put that much. I put like 1 clove of garlic, chopped it up. So like, spread across all the beef tongue, there wasn't that much garlic. It was good. I think this is the first real cooking I would consider. The rest involved cooking, but there wasn't that much stuff happening. It was fun. It was a fun time.
And that all that matters. If you enjoy the process, And if you learn from like your previous mistakes and you keep going, and if it's edible, then yeah, I'd say you did a pretty good job. Even if you don't cook very much.
Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try to make more. Or maybe I'll just make the same sauce over and over again and put it on every single kind of meat I have.
That also works.
That's also an option because it tastes good. I went on like a wild goose chase just to find green onions and garlic. Cause like originally, you're supposed to use leeks, but in my head I was like, I've never even seen a leek. I think green onions are basically leeks.
Okay. That is kind of right. They taste very similar, but leeks are pretty much giant green onions that you have to get rid of like 40% of it. They are if you search them up, they are giant green onions with they have like woody stems on the outside. When you do use leeks in the future, you want to make sure to kind of want to like move apart the layers to clean in between the different layers of the leeks. This is because that like there is a lot of dirt stuck between them, so you do need to rinse out each layer pretty well to get all of it out. And you also need to remove the outer stems because those are pretty much inedible.
Did your local store not have them? They ran out of leeks, and for some reason they didn't have garlic, so I went to the other one. Thankfully, I live near many grocery stores, so it wasn't that much of a problem. Only thing I know about leeks is the Hatsune Miku song. I only know the Pokemon that holds a leek. But when I got the garlic and the green onion, I also got 2 big-ass mangoes. So guess who's gonna try cutting mangoes again? Once they're ripe. Round 2, fight, yes.
Oh god, what is that profile picture? What the fuck did she do with the mango? Okay. Well, she split it in half. That's good, I think. Did she split it in half? Wait.
Round.
Okay, she's split it into a quarter. That's fine.
2, fight, yes.
Okay. If we look at this mango, it looks like she kind of just cut it up into slices. And, okay. I'm assuming that this is like the top and the bottom of the mango that she cut up. Okay. So, you can't cut mango like this, and you can't eat it like this. But what people do is that they take the mango, and they make kind of an array. So, like, make like 4 or 5 slices here, and then 1 across. Then you could pop out each squares, chop them up for like smoothies or stuff. Or you could just eat each square individually.
I will cut the mango correctly this time.
Not bad.
It will be cut perfectly. Everybody, make sure to like.
Okay, that was the video. Overall, she did actually pretty okay for her first kind of attempt at cooking. How old is this? Like 2 years ago? I hope she keeps this up. I hope she has kept this up, I mean. And yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and have a good rest of your day.